after a long wait because of other videos being a priority, I decided to finally get back into the House of the Dead and finally cover Overkill, a game I said I was going to cover soon all the way back in December of 2024. I just had other priorities to deal with. I know it's been a bit, so let's finally cover what I consider to be the best of the House of the Dead franchise.
The Typing of the Dead. Overkill!
The House of the Dead Overkill was originally released as a Nintendo Wii game that got ported to PS3 with additional 2 levels that would also be the base for the Typing of the Dead Overkill, which is what came to PC, and that's what we're covering today, except it's not the Typing of the Dead Overkill we'll review. Instead, it'll be the normal game we can access upon booting up the game.
Let's get the fuck out of here!
Overkill is a spin-off developed by Headstrong Games and published by SEGA in the year 2013. It's a rail shooter akin to every other House of the Dead game, with an exception for the dog shit spin-off Zombie Revenge on Dreamcast, which was a total disaster.
No shit, Sherlock.
Unlike previous House of the Dead games, however, Overkill wasn't an arcade game first and foremost, so you can just play it like a normal game, with checkpoints and continues. So thank God for that, otherwise I'd never play it because I'm sick and tired of terrible home console ports of arcade games at this point. Mostly because of SEGA.
If you're both finished admiring each other's dicks, can I remind you we have a fucking mass-murdering psychopath son of a bitch to catch?
You wait there, woman. Agent Gwendolyn and me are gonna check this shit out.
Fuck you!
Motherfucker! What does a brother have to do to pacify a bitch? I'm telling you, G, I've tried my best with her. God be my witness. I have shown respect, charm, understanding, but that is the last fucking straw.
Ladies and gentlemen, the infinite tact of Isaac Washington. You do. Truly you do. Use your tongue better than a $30 hooker. And man, can I say from the bottom of my heart, you are a shining example to all of us. Mankind, I mean.
Don't make me hit you again.
Overkill's plot is basically the same as every other House of the Dead game. Someone is using a virus or whatever to create
Shit! I fucking hate these zombies!
Mutants? How many times do I have to tell you not to use the Z word?
Mutants, I mean, and causing chaos, so it's up to 2 people to save the day. Except in this game, you play as 4 instead if you're doing multiplayer. Otherwise, just 2 in single player, as you don't get a choice of who you play as. Agent G from the past games has come down to Louisiana alongside a detective. This guy right here is quite possibly the most foul-mouthed character in gaming. Non-stop F-bombs galore.
What's up, motherfucker?
This is Isaac Washington, who's not really here to help, but to get revenge for his father. Then you got Varla Guns, a stripper who's also here for revenge against the antagonist, Papa Caesar.
Varla Guns, a voluptuous vixen vowing violent vengeance.
Papa Caesar, you better pray those fucking pigs catch up with you before I do.
Then you got Candy, who's Varla's friend and her brother's girlfriend. She's your stereotypical ditzy blonde and very annoying. Thankfully, she's only around for 2 levels. Thank God.
Candy!
Nothing!
Oh, fuck!
Mother, nothing hurts! Nothing!
Papa Caesar is very much a generic bad guy with no real character to him. He's just cocky and has an accent, making him very forgettable. At least Goldman had his iconic voice acting and protecting the life cycle.
I've been waiting for you, friends.
Goldman! Do you know what you're doing?
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see? Man committed a sin, disturbing the life cycle of nature. The original sin that man is responsible to protect the life cycle. I have made a creature to rule over mankind. This is the final battle. Show yourself, our new ruler, the Emperor.
So when you deal with Papa Caesar in the game, you'll never really care about him in any way, or even really remember him. Like when it does show up, it's like, oh shit, right, this is the bad guy.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint all of you. Particularly you, Isaac. You got the most reason to despise me or anybody here. But I have business elsewhere. Urgent business. And... You piece of shit!
Papa Caesar isn't, however, the only bad guy, as you'll also come across another freak called Clement, who's the prison warden. His whole reason for causing this outbreak was to create a compound that can extend his dying mother's life.
Let me give you some context here, boys. I love my mother. I bet you boys love your mothers too, and would do anything to keep them happy and healthy. Well, my mother is dying.
Clement! Don't ignore me!
And dying really quite rapidly. And unfortunately, there's only one way to fix that. See, the compound that's been turning my inmates and half this county into mindless mutants can be used to sustain life, in a manner of speaking.
She's got small tits! Don't use the one with small tits, Clement! I forbid it!
Calm down, Mother.
You're insane.
I'm just a very loving son.
I'm going to fucking puke.
Oops. Time for your treatment, Mother.
Wait!
I'd rather not.
Spanning across 9 levels, from a southern mansion to a strip club to the prison itself, as Agent G and Isaac Washington try to work together and bring down Papa Caesar, going from adversaries to becoming bros towards the end, despite Isaac being insecure to show it.
Fuck. You about to get all country and western on me again?
Isaac,
Careful. There's only so much of this shit a brother can take.
look, I just want you to know, if it comes down to it, I won't stand in the way of you getting even with Caesar.
I'd like to see you fucking try.
I'm serious.
Look, I appreciate the fucking sentiment, but it's not needed. I do what I gotta do. I gotta get justice for my old man. And as I see it, you're with me 100%. And I appreciate that too. But we've been through shit. You don't need to go articulating every fucking thing. I know you got my back. That's enough. You dig me?
I love you too, man.
Right, that's fucking it.
The prison then?
Fucking lead the way, Montel.
Overkill plays like any other rail shooter out there. You'll slowly move forward on a linear path blasting mutants, and collectibles along the way. There's no path choices unlike in previous games, or even the great Resident Evil Chronicles games that Capcom has still yet to port to PC to preserve them. As you play, there will be objects that might glow slightly red. Those are collectibles like music, concept art, comic book pages, and 3D models. Then the green ones are grenades, money, and health kits.
Ew, wash your hands.
At least one good thing about Overkill is you have more than just 3 health bars this time, so the game overall is more casual friendly. But then again, if you really need difficulty, there's challenges to play with as well as hardcore mode.
Exit.
For a PC port, it controls really well, using the mouse to aim and shoot, plus reload, switch guns, and fire off grenades you've collected. Everything just works. Given the game was originally a Nintendo Wii game, translated quite well over here. I have no complaints. It's basically a one-handed kind of game.
I'm the only one here who gets to shake their moneymaker on that fucking stage, bitches.
Shooting mutants is a ton of fun, since you can take off their heads or even make them explode at times, as if we're playing Fallout with the Bloody Mess perk enabled.
Oh my! What's that stench?
It smells like something crawled in here and died.
Would it be too much to ask for it to be Papa Caesar?
Using several different guns, just turning the mutants into chum for several hours on end. It never gets old, and those ragdoll deaths do add to the goofy charm, given this game has the whole grindhouse aesthetic going on.
Because your first visit will be your last. Papa's Palace of Pain. Rated X.
You got a variety of mutants to contend with through all 9 levels. You got normal mutants, weapon-wielding mutants, running mutants, exploding mutants, fire mutants, quick-time event mutants, bird mutants, rat mutants, and of course your standard affair of bosses, who are also mutants.
Move aside, diaper shit. Let a man handle this. Motherfucker!
You can rack up combos by hitting mutants, and every time you get a kill, it'll add up, slowly giving you bonus points and increasing your score. Oh, this is kind of hard because if you get hit or miss a single shot, or if you shoot the mutants just once more than needed to kill them, it'll cost your combo. Plus, the score doesn't really matter, it's just score. So building up a combo, there really isn't any point. It's not like you can enter inappropriate 3-letter names in a high score listing at your local arcade or bowling alley with Overkill. So why even bother with a combo?
Thank you. One thing I hate more than mutants, it's redneck mutants.
The grenades, however, suck in this game. I cannot comprehend why they even exist. Not only are they a pain to throw because you have to aim differently due to the trajectory of your throw, but they also have a small blast radius and do very little damage. I usually save them for bosses as a backup, but really, I should just never collect them in the first place.
Shoot its eyes out!
Nothing, you.
What?
I said nothing, you.
What the hell are you talking about now?
My mama always said, if you can't say anything nice, say nothing.
In between levels, you can go to the gun shop, where you got several guns to buy, with all the cash you've collected in levels and for completing them. With this cash, you can buy new guns and upgrade every gun too, except the minigun. You can buy upgrades for the recoil, magazine size, reload speed, damage, and fire rate. Starting out at bronze, they can be upgraded 2 times to silver and then gold. But even if you upgrade a gun, it won't mean they'll be actually useful.
So how are we gonna do this?
I figured we'd kill every motherfucker who stands in our way. For a change.
Worked so far, I guess. Ready?
Born ready.
Your default gun is a Magnum. Since House of the Dead 3, the handgun was replaced, but in reality, it plays just like the handgun, so why even bother? In House of the Dead 3, it was a shotgun was your default weapon. And people would think, oh cool, I get to use a shotgun, this would be much more effective. But in reality, it was a reskinned handgun. And the Magnum here, for Overkill, is a reskinned handgun with less ammo capacity. So why even bother replacing the handgun in the first place? Thankfully, in Overkill you can upgrade your weapons, so if you upgrade the Magnum, it will become a bit more useful. But you're better off just using the SMGs instead, which are easily one of the best guns next to the minigun. The assault rifle is a burst fire gun with bad recoil, plus low damage, making it worthless. Do not bother with the assault rifle.
Get him!
Nothing, you!
The shotgun isn't anything special either, so I don't really bother using it. Even though it's the automatic shotgun too, it's mostly because of its low capacity, slow reload time, making it not that ideal. Plus, just like the revolver, it has that same issue.
That's my stage, bitch!
Finally, the minigun was the last gun I could get, and it's easily the best. Of course, it comes with the drawback of needing to build up for a short second to begin firing, and it overheats fast, so remember
short controlled burst.
I'm a boner.
Starting with level 4, you'll begin encountering fast-moving prisoner mutants that will put you into a quick time event. I hate these things, as it ruins the flow of the game.
Was that absolutely necessary?
Motherfucker didn't have no ticket.
Plus the audio glitches with these, so we miss out on those one-liner jokes like hammer time. Aw man, come on. Oh well, thankfully there's roughly only 10 of them or so. Still, one too many. I'd rather have them just be a stronger, faster moving mutants that take several bullets to down instead.
Good? There ain't nothing good about
The levels themselves are all different and fun to play in. Even the swamp level was fun. It's hard to decide which is my favorite one of all though. You got the strip club full of mutant strippers, then there's the carny full of carnival games and even rides where you go on the haunted ride. I like that too. There's even a train level, so you know G-Man Lives is happy.
Oh, quirky, mate. Trains give me a throbber.
So I guess my overall favorite level is the Carney, since Varla and Candy are not the characters. Instead, it's the best duo of all House of the Dead games, Agent G and Isaac motherfucking Washington.
Oh, you shitting me, man?
This place is pretty spooky.
What the? Are you holding my hand?
Yes?
I ain't your mama. Get the fuck off of me!
My least favorite level might be the Meat Factory, just because it's so short and forgettable. Plus, Candy is there. Though it's where she dies, so there's a plus going for it. But honestly, I feel like my least favorite has to be the hospital, given it's boring. Plus, the boss is a bitch. Literally. Unlike previous House of Dead games, Headstrong Games knew what they were doing when it comes to the bosses. You got 9 total to fight across each level. With their usual weak spots and patterns to learn from, I enjoyed fighting every single one. Well, except for maybe the hospital bitch, who's too fast and uses illusions to fool you so she can scream in your face. Like, fuck off at this point.
Did they come from?
I got something that can shut her up. Honestly, the bosses will be a pain if you just started playing, but once you've upgraded your guns enough, they become a total cakewalk.
Shoot her udder! Her other what?
Her tits!
Her tits what?
Just shoot!
My favorite boss fight might have to be the giant bug via the train level. Not sure why, I just enjoy the fight and then blasting its eyes out before it gets ran over by the train.
Shoot its eyes out!
That shit's icky! Are you kidding me?
Alright, Rambo, don't get all fucking macho. I hate bugs, and that was their fucking bug king. And speaking of bugs, Caesar, you fucking in there? You. What I do? Jump!
Unlike House of the Dead 2 and 3, which shared a lot of similarities between their bosses along with the first game, Overkill tries to keep each one different enough to keep things from getting boring and repetitive. It's funny to see SEGA AM1 flounder due to the lack of creativity in its rail shooters, but a London-based studio had no problem making something good.
Do you know what you're doing?
Sadly, one thing I did kind of not like is there's no alternative paths in Overkill. You cannot take a different route, experience different enemies or bosses. You'll always go down the same path every single time you play the game. And yes, that also means there's only a single ending. But these don't really hold the game back. I would have liked to have seen replay value, especially if you played the first game and saw what kind of endings you can get. But you know what? Overall, it's just fine because Overkill is still a load of fun.
Washington.
They had met as adversaries.
What the fuck is it?
They had fought as allies.
I love you, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
But to their enemies,
And you? One-way ticket to motherfucking Vegas, baby.
they were righteous motherfuckers.
Outside of the story, what else is there to do? Well, you can play the director's cut of the story, which sadly just makes the game harder with nothing added. Why is it called director's cut then? That's stupid.
Say what, motherfucker?
Play multiplayer version of the game, or just play the minigames. Of course, there's also the Typing of the Dead portion, but I have no interest in it. Except I mistakenly chose the minigames, thinking I chose the normal version of the game, but I ended up playing with them via Typing of the Dead instead.
Don't fucking do this to me, man. Wrong fucking place, wrong...
Go on, say it.
Say the fuck what?
These minigames come in 3 options: save civilians and type to kill the mutants, which is pretty basic and kind of okay.
Violence.
You got a survival one, where you just keep going till you die, and it's pretty much meh. Then finally my favorite one, simply because I like carnival games. In this one you gotta hit the targets, avoiding bombs, getting the blue ones for bonus points, and trying to get a high score. And with that, we're down to the other section to cover the misc stuff, such as the PC port of Overkill. Overall, it's pretty good, though there's graphical glitches here and there with things popping in and out. Though I don't see that as a major issue, since it's just props within every level that does this here and there. Instead, my gripe is with the audio glitching out at times. It's very common during the Carney level, and during the Mutants Quick Time events.
I hate motherfucking mutants.
Other than that, the gameplay is perfectly fine on PC. It's not a great port, but it's not the worst port from SEGA. I mean, they got a long track record of terrible PC ports to this very day. Akin to Square Enix, really.
Don't make me hit you again.
You can unlock comics, 3D models, concept art, and music by shooting them in every level. The comic is just one large, uncolored book of boring, so that sucks. The concept art is meh. Never saw the appeal of it. The music is just a soundtrack, and on PC, I can just get that outside of the game. As for the 3D models, they're fine, but you can't really rotate them, so no, you cannot look up Varla's skirt. I tried.
No fucking way.
But of course, you can't talk about the House of the Dead without mentioning each game's soundtrack. While the first game has some good stuff, 2 does it better. 3 was pretty meh, but Overkill nails it. It's quite groovy, to say the least. And with all that said, we're now down to 2 more House of the Dead games I can cover, since House of the Dead 4 wasn't ported to PC, and it requires a 6-axis controller to even play it, as it's full of shaking your controller gimmicks galore, even worse than Nintendo Wii Sports. So we'll be covering all the PC ports of House of the Dead instead. The last 2 are the House of the Dead 1 remake and House of the Dead 2 remake. I'll get to them when I can. I'm trying my best to make sure they don't take several more months this time.
Oh, quit whining, you pussy!
At the end of the day, the House of Dead Overkill for PC is easily a great game, well worth playing, and easily the best game of all in this series to this very day.
You just made my fucking day.
Sure, there's a few issues, but it doesn't hold Overkill back from being enjoyable in the slightest. You're missing out if you haven't played Overkill yet. It's on Wii, PS3, and PC. Whichever version you play, it's worth it. Though PS3 and PC are the same thing with additional content, so it's best to play Overkill via Steam, as it's Typing of the Dead version that comes with the original game that can be played with a mouse and keyboard.
Happy now? Fuckwit.
I'm looking forward to the remakes of House of the Dead 1 and 2 next. Hopefully they'll fix the core issues with the original games I had, especially since they were not originally arcade games akin to the original games. So, House of the Dead 2, for example, was the worst offender with so many bullshit arcade mechanics. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.
So now we're stuck out here in the ass end of nowhere with no ride and motherfucking Papa Caesar on a train to fuck knows where by now. And where the fuck have you gone? Don't make me go calling your stupid ass name. No fucking way.
You know, Washington, a man driving a car with his own choice of music is one of the finest experiences he can have in an automobile.
You call this an automobile?
Music, man, motor, isolated from the outside world. Music making you nod your head with every beat while the outside's just passing you by. You know where I'm coming from?
If I did, that's not the type of shit I share.
Well, how do you mean?
A brother cannot be asked to relay his personal affiliation to his music before knowing he can trust that motherfucker. These things take time. Here I am teamed up with a partner I don't even fucking need, forced to sit in the motherfucking passenger seat, which I have not fucking done since I was a kid, while he goes all soft talking about his feelings for his motherfucking tunes. Shit, just play your fucking music. What the fuck?
I was listening to that.
You fucking think because you scored us this fucking popsicle ride, you can play that shit?
Hey. That there is country western's finest.
You are one fucked up fuck. You know that? That's offensive shit you're playing me.
You ever thought of therapy?
What the fuck for?
All you do is get pissed off at and with just about anything and anyone. I'm attempting conversation here with you.
Conver-fucking-sation?
Yes, conver-motherfucking-sation. But you know what? I'm gonna shut up. You play your music, you play it your way, and I will just drive.
Can I drive?
No.
Can I have a lollipop?
Yes.
What the fuck?